My First Bible presents Balaam and his donkey. The Israelites were getting closer to the Promised Land. They camped near the fields of a kingdom called Moab. During their journey, the Israelites encountered various nations that forced them to fight against them. But since God was on their side, the Israelites won all of the battles. The news about their victories had reached everywhere. The king of Moab, he learned of all they had done with the Amorites, and he realized that they were camping near his territories. The Moabites felt very fearful of the Israelites, and they were truly terrified of them because they were a very large army. At that time, Balak was the king of Moab. Balak knew he had no hope of defeating the Israelites. Then he had the idea to send for a man named Balaam. Who? Balaam was very famous because it was said that whatever he blessed was truly blessed, and whatever he cursed was really cursed. So, Balak sent messengers to hire Balaam. They took a lot of gold with them to pay him. Although Balaam was not an Israelite, he believed in God. He used to be a prophet, but he became greedy and no longer served God. When the messengers arrived, they said to Balaam, "There is a people that came from Egypt. They have a very powerful army, and they are camping near the territory of Moab. King Balak begs you to go and curse that town so Balak can defeat them and throw them out of his territory." Balaam invited them to spend the night there, promising to give them an answer after God told him. The messengers stayed there with him. At night, God spoke to Balaam and said, "Who are these men that are staying with you?" "They are the messengers that Balak sent, the king of Moab," Balaam replied. "He sent them to tell me to go curse a people that came out of Egypt, because they are more powerful than him." But God told Balaam, "Don't go with them. You will not produce any curse on the Israelites, because they are a blessed people." The next day, Balaam sent the messengers back to their land. But King Balak sent other rulers who were more numerous and distinguished, with a lot more gold. And they said to Balaam, "King Balak says not to let anything prevent you from going to see him. He will reward you handsomely and will do whatever you ask of him. He beseeches you to go curse the people." Balaam responded, "Even if King Balak gave me his palace full of gold and silver, I could not do anything if God does not allow me to. You too can stay here tonight while I find out if God wants to tell me something else." That night, God spoke to Balaam, and he told him, "These men have already come to call for you. Go with them, but you will only do what I tell you to do." In the morning, Balaam got his donkey and set out with the rulers of Moab. What he really wanted was the compensation while he was with them. God saw Balaam's intention and sent an angel with a sword. When the donkey saw the angel, she drew back towards the camp. Balaam hit her to get her back on the road, but she took him to a place where there were stone walls. The angel appeared once again. When the donkey saw the angel, she fearfully leaned against the wall, with which she hurt Balaam's foot. So Balaam hit her again a second time. The angel approached them, since it was a very narrow place. The donkey got more scared, and she fell to the ground with Balaam on top of her. So Balaam's anger was kindled, and he hit the donkey even harder with the stick. and suddenly God made the donkey speak, and she said to Balaam, "Why do you hit me? What have I done to you for you to have hit me 3 times?" Balaam was so angry that he didn't even realize that he was talking to a donkey, and he said, "You made a fool of me. If I had had a sword in my hands, I would have killed you right away." "Am I not the donkey on which you have always ridden until today? Have I ever done something like this?" "No." Then God opened Balaam's eyes, and he could see the angel on the path, wielding the sword. Balaam bowed down, and the angel asked, "Why did you hit your donkey? Don't you realize that I'm not willing to let you pass because I have seen your bad intentions? When your donkey saw me, she got away from me 3 times. If it weren't for her, you would be dead, and she would be alive." "I have sinned," said Balaam. "I didn't realize your presence on my path. Since this seems bad to you, I'm going back." The angel told Balaam, "Go with them, but just say only what God tells you to say." And Balaam went with the men of the king, Balak. When King Balak found out that Balaam was coming, he came out to meet him, and he told him, "It's so good that you came! So good that you're here! I need you to curse these people." "Hey, why didn't you come when I first sent for you? You don't think I can compensate you properly?" "Well, now I'm here," answered Balaam. "I just can't say anything that God doesn't put in my mouth." "Come, come, I have many gifts for you." "There will be many gifts if you do this job for me." So the king Balak took Balaam to a mountain. From there, they could see part of the Israelites' camp. They built altars and prepared burnt offerings, just as Balaam had requested. And the king told Balaam, "There they are! Curse them!" God put his word in Balaam's mouth and said, "People of Israel, how can I wish evil on whom God does not wish it? From the top of the mountain I see it, and from the hills I contemplate it. It is a group that lives on its own, that is not counted among the nations. Blessed be all of you." When King Balak heard this, he exclaimed, "What have you done? I brought you here to curse them. Why have you blessed them?" "Shouldn't I say what God tells me?" said Balaam. Okay, maybe you're a little nervous. Let's go to another mountain. Maybe there you'll feel better. Come. So, the king Balak took Balaam to another mountain. They took altars and prepared burnt offerings once again. The king Balak told him, "Okay now, you are better here for sure. Curse the people." God put his words in Balaam's mouth, and he said, "People of Israel, blessed be all of you. The Lord your God is with you. God took them out of Egypt with the force of a wild bull. Against Israel, there is no curse that will work, nor will sorcery work against them. Of Jacob and of Israel it will be said, 'Look what God has done.'" The king Balak said to Balaam, Hey, if you aren't going to curse them, don't bless them either." Balaam responded, "Didn't I warn you that I would repeat everything that God ordered me to say?" "Come with me to another spot," said the king Balak. "Maybe God will think it's okay for you to curse them from another spot." So he took Balaam to another mountain that was even taller. They prepared altars and burnt offerings once again. When Balaam looked up and saw the people of Israel camping by their tribes, the Spirit of God came over him and said, "How beautiful your tents are, Jacob! How beautiful your camp is, Israel! They are like streams that widen, like gardens by the river, like those that are planted by God." Their pitchers overflow with water. Their seed enjoys an abundance of water. Their king is the greatest, and his kingdom grows. Who would dare to disturb them? Blessed be those who bless you, and cursed be those who curse you. So Balak's anger was kindled against Balaam, and he said to him, I sent for you so that you would curse them, and this is the third time that you bless them. You better get back to your own land. I told you I would compensate you, but now I won't give you anything. I told your messengers that even if you gave me your palace full of gold and silver, I wouldn't be able to disobey the Lord my God. What God tells me, that is what I'll say. I will return to my home, but I'm going to warn you as to what this group will do with your kingdom one day. So Balaam prophesied. I see it, but not now. I contemplate it, but not up close. A star will rise from Jacob. A king will rise in Israel, and will crush all the land of Moab. Edom will be conquered. The Amalekites will have a total destruction. Seir, their enemy, will be dominated, while Israel will accomplish feats. From Israel will come a sovereign.
Wow.
After that, Balaam got up and returned to his land, and Balak also went on his own path. There were the people of Israel rebelling against God,
Oh my God.
having no idea that there in the mountains, God was protecting them and blessing them. Subscribe and share. Follow us on social media.